future Bobcat athletes and assist in providing funds to help with facility upgrades and other athletic needs. You can visit the Bobcat Backers website at www.thebobcatbackers.com for more information on becoming a member. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's ESD matchup between the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles and your hosts, the Brookings Bobcats. This contest is being conducted by the administration of Brookings High School under the guidance and regulation of the South Dakota High School Activities Association for the enjoyment and educational benefit of high school students. Good sportsmanship is a vital component of high school athletics. The High School Activities Association and our student athletes recognize that judgment calls, either by coaches or officials or the players themselves, are made in good faith and should be respected. We encourage you to support your team in a positive manner by pursuing victory with honor. Sportsmanship is all about respecting the game, each other, and yourselves. Please enjoy the game and support these student athletes by modeling good sportsmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask that you please stand, remove your hats, and show proper respect to the flag for the playing of our national anthem. cheerleaders. Ruby Simmonsbach, Lisa Baton, Alyssa Love, Mackenzie Steinow, Aliana McKnight, Kira Stoll, Paige Johnson, and Andrea James. They are coached by Carly Krogman and Hannah Simmonsbach. Now let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's ESP matchup. First, the starters for the visiting Golden Eagles. At forward, number 3, Alec Vogelich. At forward, number 4, Noah Barron. At guard, number 5, Jackson Dorset. At guard, number 10, Sam Rose. And at guard, number 23, A.J. Hayes. The Golden Eagles are coached by Brent Norbert and assisted by Trent Kurtz, Jeremy Hildebrandt, Chance Torrance, and Colton McClellan. And now, the starting lineup for your Brookings Bobcats. At forward, number 2, Zach Moe. At forward, number 4, Jake Ahmed. At guard, number 10, Sam Harden. At guard, number 22, Jack Even. And at forward, number 23, Jet Letty. The Bobcats are coached by Travis Ingebrigtsen and assisted by Jared Hunter, Joe Fredrickson, and Mark Croft. The officials for tonight's match are Steve Scapel, Andrew Groch, and Lee Johnson. Let's play basketball.
But the ball gets knocked around a few times, and it comes back to him. Some good hustle there after a tough shot from Jack Even. And man, I haven't taken a breath yet, Alec.
Excellent opening defensive stand for the Bobcats. A little rushed, I would say, on the offensive end. But if they can continue, I know it was the first possession, if they can continue to make good defensive possessions like they did there, they're going to stay in this game. Unfortunately, on the offensive end, a couple of bad three-point attempts, an air ball there from Zach Moe, and then, like you had mentioned, an air ball off the side of the hoop there by Jack Even. So they're open looks, but not what they want.
Yeah, 2 shots have not hit the rim yet for the Bobcats as Aberdeen takes over here with a scoreless ball game, just hitting the 7-minute mark. And the pass almost went out of bounds there. Good save by Vogely at the top of the key. Gets it to Rolfs. Rolfs drives into trouble. Turnaround jump shot, rattles it in and gets it to fall. So a good shot there from Rolfs. And you can see what he can do on the football field and the basketball court here as the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles take the lead 2-0 here, Alec.
And exactly, that's just a tough shot. I think the Bobcats are fine with that. If Rolfs continues to make those shots, that's just tip your cap. Zach Moe, again, a good take, just left that one short. So again, Bobcats are getting good looks. They just got to see one of those fall in the basket to build that momentum. Nice rebound there by Jet Letty as he's going to go the other way with it. Goes around, up, and high off the glass. Nice take there, coast to coast. Jet Letty is going to tie the game at 2 apiece.
Went right at Vogely there, the 6'5 senior, and like Alex said, high off the glass. A nice shot there, ties the game at 2. Baseline drive by Dorsett, the 6'1 senior. Gets back to him in the corner. Thought about a 3, didn't take it. Drives down the lane into 2 Bobcats. He's fouled on the way up and gets it to fall. So an and 1 for Jackson Dorsett, and that extends the lead to 2 here, 4-2 in favor of Aberdeen Central.
As you can see, Aberdeen very aggressive, driving into the paint. Not only have they haven't really looked down low with the height advantage they have, and instead they just have that explosiveness getting around the Bobcats, driving into the lane for some tough layups, but, they're going in and they're getting calls as he converts for the three-point play.
5-2 lead for Aberdeen Central, just under 6 minutes in the first quarter. Right side to Sam Harden. Harden guarded by Dorsett. They get top of the key, another three-point shot by Jack Even. And consistency, my goodness, hits the side of the backboard, but then nothing but net on this one. So a great shot from Jack Even, and that's something he can do from the perimeter, Alec, as we tie the game at 5 with 5:35 remaining.
And a nice little flex offense there by the Bobcats. I think, again, that's something that's going to work well for them, just getting those guards moving around the perimeter. If you set a good screen like they did there, you're going to get guys like Even and Ammon open looks, and that's something they're going to have to continue to do.
There's a free throw line jumper from Behrens, the 6'7" senior, so he's got the touch and the height. It's a back to a 7-5 lead for the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. Letty takes a thought about a jump shot of his own, gets it to Mo. Mo, again, he airballed his first three, and he knocks this one down. And just like that, the Bobcats take the lead, 8-7. So hot shooting on both sides here to start this game off, Alec.
So it seems as though you need to airball your first in order to make the second. So we'll see if that's a continuing trend for the Bobcats or if they just avoid the airballs and just continue with the makes.
They go outside to Dorsett. Dorsett goes to the corner to Rolfs. Rolfs thinks about a three, just short on that one. Hit the backboard, rebound goes to Mo. They push ahead. It was to Jack Even. It was a tough pass there. And again, that's a situation where you don't need to rush things. You've got an 8-7 lead. You're shooting well. You've ran a couple good offensive possessions, and just a poor mistake there from the Bobcats pushing in transition with the turnover.
Exactly. I think anytime they can limit Aberdeen to one shot and they get that rebound, like you said, they just have to slow it down. I know right now momentum's on your side. You're up a point. But like you said, you get one defensive stop and a rebound, slow it down, your offense is going. That's something they have to continue to do.
There's a great take there. It was Alec Vogley, the 6'5 senior, lays it in with the left hand, so now a 9-8 lead. So trading leads here are the Bobcats and Golden Eagles. 4:20 remaining in this first quarter. Even top of the key, he's guarded by Behrens. There's a pass to Nathan Lease, who had just checked in. It was tipped out of bounds. Good hustle there. And we got a few subs coming in. It's going to be number 42, Brady Rohrbach, and then number 2, Carter Dingman, the 6'2 junior, checking in for Aberdeen. Bobcats will inbound from the right sideline, just in front of the scorer's table there. It's going to be, looks like it's Jack Even to inbound, and it'll be Harden taking it in. So 4:10 remaining. It's a 9-8 lead. Both teams shooting the ball from the perimeter extremely well in the first few minutes here of this ESD basketball matchup. Letty at the top of the key goes right side over to Harden. Looking for a ball screen, didn't use it, drives to the middle. Tough lane and traffic there, and that's what Aberdeen can do, block the ball away. It was Carter Dingman that got the block there, and now there's a scuffle on the floor. It does not matter. The shot clock ran out, so a great defensive possession there from the Golden Eagles, Alec.
Yeah, and you like the aggressive take from Harden, but like you said, it's going to be very tough, I would say, for Brookings tonight to finish at the rim when you go into a lane of 6'4", 6'5", 6'7". So again, I think a better look might have been a great take. Kick it out to one of your guys spotting up for three for an open look.
So Nathan Lease getting his shot right away here to take on the 6'5 senior in Rohrbach down low, continuing to be, looks like a man-man defense. Good double down low, forces the turnover. It's Ammon who comes away with it, thinking about taking it to the other side, and then it was knocked away, and it was Jamison Palmer who got it, and then the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles take over, and it's going to be Rolfs pushing to the other side. They kick it top of the key over to Vogley. Vogley drives to his left, goes up against Letty. Good defense there. There's a scuffle for the ball. We're going to see he held up a 2 there like it was going to be 2 shots, but it looked like they were just fighting for a rebound. We'll see what happens here. It's just going to be a foul. We'll see who they got this one on.
The foul was on to Zach Moe, but like you said, the ref also said 2 shots with makes, I'm gonna say like 0 sense. Like you had said, they were both just scuffling for the ball underneath the hoop. So how he's at the line shooting 2 doesn't make any sense to me.
Palmer knocks down the first one, the 6'2 senior. And again, the scoreboard just came back on here, so nice to see our statistics there. It's the second foul on Brookings, first foul on Zach Moe. First free throw good from Palmer. It's now a 10-8 lead for Aberdeen. Second one up, just short, hits the rim. Good rebound there from Jet Letty. Wisely pulled up there. Again, that's a much better scenario for the Bobcats when they slow things down, Alec, and start running this offense.
Yep, that's just going to, again, keep them in the game. We saw, a couple weeks ago with the girls game, rushed a little too much, which led to turnovers, as the turnover right there on a poor pass, stolen by Brady Rohrbach. As you can see, Aberdeen now has possession, and they slow it down a little bit on their end.
Up top of the key, it's Dingman. Goes right side to Rohrbach. Gets it down low over to Vogley. Vogley tries to get double teamed there, and then it was Letty who left him. A 3-point opportunity wasn't taken by Jamison Palmer. Driving into the lane, Rohrbach, and again, just using that 6'5" frame, just bullying these Bobcats right now and lays it in with the right hook. And it's a 12-8 lead with 2:35 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, and again, if Aberdeen continues to do that, just like you said, easy take for Rohrbach, you would assume they maybe go into that 2-3 zone just to see what Aberdeen is going to shoot like tonight.
And the problem is with this Aberdeen Central team, very athletic big guys too. Again, you got Rohrbach 6'5", but he's straight muscle, and he's got some speed to him, getting some steals and driving in there and penetrating. It was Jet Letty who went to the ground, and then Rohrbach just ripped it out of his hands for a steal, and it's Vogley heading to the other side. Vogley with a 3-point opportunity from the ESD side, didn't take it. They go corner over to Dingman. Dingman, a 3-point shot in the face of Letty, no good. Rebound goes to Lease, and a nice box out there from Lease on Rohrbach. And then it was a pass back to him. Luckily, it bounced off his face and went to Ammon at the left wing. So Bobcats luckily get out of danger there. They get it back to Letty in the right corner. Ball screen from Jack Even. Letty fakes to his left, kicks it out to Ammon. Ammon, a 3-point opportunity, rattles it in. A nice 3-point shot there. Good looking shot from Jake Ammon. And just like that, another 3-pointer from these Bobcats.
And that right there is what Brookings is going to have to do. Excellent drive by Jet Letty, and right away he saw, I've got just a tree of guys in front of me, kick out to an open shooter. If the Cats can continue to do that and make their shots, they're going to stay in it all night.
Nice shot there from A.J. Hayes. He did a little crossover, lost Letty, went to his left, about a 12-footer. Nothing but net on that one, so a 14-11 lead for Aberdeen here, approaching the 1-minute mark in this first quarter. Bobcats perimeter game so far holding up to the test against this Aberdeen team, and it was a lazy pass there from Lease. It was knocked out of bounds by Hayes on that left wing. Subs coming in again. We've got Noah Barons, Jackson Dorsett, and then Sam Rolfs. For Brookings, it's going to be Sam Harden. So, again, another issue with this Aberdeen team is the depth, Alec. A lot of subs coming in this first quarter alone.
Exactly, and like we said, you have 6 seniors, 7 juniors. A lot of these guys with just that varsity playing experience, that they know what it takes to come in. So, like you said, they're going to bring guys in all night. Brookings is going to have to do their best. Nice kick out, Letty for a wide open 3 by Nathan Lease, who connects, ties it at 14 with 50 seconds left to go in the first.
That's 4 Bobcats with a 3-pointer at this point already in the first quarter. So good shooting from these Bobcats to stay in this game and tie it at 14. Rolfs from the free throw line, elevates, jump shot, got it, knocks it down. Rolfs, 4 points so far in this first quarter, a couple of jump shots, and he's looking sharp as we begin the game. Shot clock is off, game clock at 30, so Bobcats here. Either way, whatever happens on this possession, a positive first quarter as they look to slow things down.
Exactly, you have to hold it for the last shot like you said. You miss it, you're down 2, potentially could tie or even take a lead. All momentum, I would say, no matter the outcome, is going to be on Brookings' side here with the final 12 seconds to go.
Looking at a 1-4 high, they do a bounce pass to Lease, up top to Letty. Letty goes corner over to Am, and he's already got a 3. They get a cutting Mo, down to 5 seconds, down to 3 seconds, cuts baseline. It was tipped out of bounds by Rohrbach. Going to be 1.7 left here. See if they can draw up some sort of play here. Just under 2 seconds. It'll be on the left side underneath the basket. 16-14 lead again, 1.7 left on the game clock. Bobcats potentially looking for maybe a possible 3-point shot here if they can. Yep, they're going to try and get a double screen for Ammon. They do. Had a chance to get it off earlier, hesitated, and it was, I think it was Hayes who was in his face and caused the disruption. Airballs the shot, but again, a great first quarter from the Bobcats. In Bob Josted Gym, Aberdeen leading 16-14 after 1. We're back in a minute on Kid Country 102.3.
Step up your game with Avera Orthopedics, official sports medicine provider for Brookings High School athletics. Experts support your every move with technology, orthopedic care, and sports medicine. Make your move to Avera Orthopedics. Visit avera.org/orthopedics to learn more.
Welcome back, everybody. ESD basketball action in Bob Josted Gym. Bobcats trailing after one quarter, 16-14. A great first quarter for the Bobcats. 4 players with a three-point shot, 4 for 6 in that first quarter, Alec.
And that's what Brookings is going to have to continue to do tonight to stay in the game. And it sounds crazy to shoot that well for 4 quarters, but like we've seen, they've had nothing going for them down low in the paint, so they're just going to have to work and keep shooting threes and hope they continue to fall.
It's Ammon in the right wing, thinks about a three, does shoot it and knocks it down. Again, it was in the face of Vogely, and confident shooting there from Ammon. He gets another one. He's up to 6 points now in this ESD matchup.
And the tough thing for Aberdeen is Brookings is shooting so well in this man-to-man defense. You can't even think of going to 2-3 zone because that's just going to give them even more looks. So this is something Brookings, needed to come out shooting as well as they are, like we've said all night, to stay in this game.
And it was A.J. Hayes to answer with a 3 of his own. So back and forth leads again here in this second quarter. Another 3 from Jake Ammon, and he's absolutely on fire, Alec. He's a catch and shoot in the corner again in the face of Vogely, and he knocks it down. 9 points for Ammon, and it's back to a 2019 lead for the Bobcats.
And that was something too we said before the game. They've got to rely on guys like Nathan Lease and Jake Ammon, who are both excellent shooters. They've both been hitting shots beyond the arc all night. They got to continue it. As you can see, momentum is just on Brookings' side. It's going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay with Aberdeen, but you can just hear the crowd. Not a whole lot of people here, but it sounds like they're just into the game. They're giving the Bobcats the momentum that they need.
And you can see the plan is when they get it down to Vogely, when they get it down to Rohrbach in the post, you've got Bobcat players collapsing and triple teaming, doing whatever they can to cause some disruption in this Golden Eagle team. And so far, so good for the Bobcats here with 6:50 left in the second quarter. Tough running jump shot there from Rolfs, no good. Good defense by the Bobcats. Rebound looking to push to the other side is Sam Harden.
And the other nice thing for the Bobcats, they've only got 2 team fouls. You can get kind of scrappy down low. You're not really into that bonus foul trouble yet. So I think that's something Brookings will continue to do. Anytime, like you said, the ball's down low with Rohrbach or Vogely, whoever it is, you can scrap and reach for the ball. If they call you for a foul, you're not near the bonus yet, and you still got 6.5 minutes left before the half.
It was a foul on Sam Rolfs, so first personal, first team for Aberdeen Central. It looks like Jet Letty maybe a little bit of blood, so they're going to have to wipe that off, get a couple subs in for Brookings. So you got Zach Moe coming in, and then Jackson Eck, the junior, 6-footer. I think he's checking in. Yeah, it looks like he's standing at half court talking with Coach Engebretson. But who's he coming in for? Because right now we've got 6 Bobcats on the court.
Well, hopefully one of them gets off, or we're going to have a technical foul here soon.
Yeah, we got refs waving someone off, and finally it's Nathan Lease who gets off. I'm not sure what the confusion was. You've got Sam Harden standing on the sideline, trying to figure out what's going on, and now they're checking all players for blood. It looks like you got to see Aberdeen Central players checking elbows, and I think we're finally ready for some action here, Alec.
Brookings just very pleased it wasn't Jake Ammon the one with blood on him, because he's the last guy they need out of the game right now. You can see he wants screens to get open. He's got the hot hand, but the thing now with the hot hand that you can't do is force up a bad shot. He has to continue to take open looks. That's what's working for him. He can't just throw up something that's going to maybe ruin his confidence.
Yeah, and he kind of caught it in mid-stride there, and it looked a little awkward. Going to call it travel there. It was Harden who drove in and just kind of threw it to nobody. Luckily, Ammon was able to get it, but yeah, not the possession Brookings wanted, but again, that little pause and play causes some disruptions here, so you never know what you'll get from that. 6:10 here left in the second quarter. It's a 2019 lead for the Bobcats. Hayes just hit a 3 last possession, does not get this one, but an offensive rebound goes to Behrens, the 6'7 senior. Right side over to Hayes in the corner, shoots another 3-pointer, doesn't miss twice in a row, knocks it down, nothing but net. It's another lead for Aberdeen Central, 22-20, just under 6 minutes here in quarter number 2. Eck stuck, dead ball on the right side, gets it to the corner over to Harden. Good defense there on the right-hand side. Physical game so far that we've seen, and then he was driving to the middle there, and it's going to be Jackson Dorsett, the 6'1 senior, just trailing behind him. Got him with a body there, so good penetration for the Bobcats. Subbing in for the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles, Carter Dingman and Brady Rohrbach, and then it's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll stay on the air here. We'll talk about the first couple quarters, or the quarter in a couple minutes here, Alec. What are your thoughts so far from Brookings? Obviously doing a good job of perimeter shooting. Are you seeing anything on the defensive side that surprised you a little bit tonight?
I couldn't tell if that last possession, if they had switched to a 2-3 zone. I think they did. The first shot, I believe it was Hayes, missed a 3. But the thing like we've talked about all year with the zone is you've got to find somebody to box out. When Aberdeen has the height that they have, they're just going to be crashing the boards, which they did on that last possession. So Brookings is in the 2-3 zone. They don't get a rebound. Aberdeen second chance points, and they connect on a 3. So again, a zone could always hurt you if you're not going to rebound, and with the height that Aberdeen brings, Brookings has to do a better job of boxing out.
Yeah, it's a bit of a catch-22. You've got zone defense trying to figure it out, but then you got guys crashing, like you said, and then man-to-man, obviously, you're just outsized. So Brookings going to take over again here after the quick timeout. 25 still on the shot clock. It's Eck at the top of the key, goes to Ammon. Ammon drives to the middle. Nice little floater. Left it a little bit short. Rebound ends up in the hands of Alec Vogley, the 6'5 senior. Rolfs looks to slow it down. Goes over to the corner. It's Dingman. Yep, and it is a 2-3 zone. Like you said, they finally did make the switch here. They're following the ball. It's at the left wing. Dead ball there. They get it back to the right side over to Dingman. Dingman goes left over to Hayes. Hayes goes corner. It's a 3-point shot from Rolfs, and he knocks it down. So Rolfs now with 7 points tonight, and it continuing to be a scorer for these Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. Lead extended to 5. This has got to be the biggest lead in a while, Alex.
I think it is. As you can see, nice pass there. Ammon with a nice shot fake attack. And tough shot as he connects. The shot's just going in for him tonight. Something the Bobcats are going to have to continue to need to stay in it. But we'll see. You can see they've already switched. No, they do stay in the 2-3 zone. So curious to see how long they do stay in it. I would guess if Aberdeen connects on 1 or 2 more, you've got to pull yourself back out of it while you're still in the game.
Ammon leading all scorers tonight so far with 11. It was tipped out. It was a 3-point shot from Dingman, but good offensive mindset there from, I think it was Vogley to knock it back out. So another possession here, and then it was Rohrbach who just roared into Zach Moe there, put a shoulder into him, and it's going to be an offensive foul. So a great defensive stop there from the Bobcats, especially after such a tough basket from Ammon. And it'll be Nathan Lease to check in for Brookings, and then Noah Behrens, the 6'7 senior for Aberdeen Central. And that kind of seems to be the trend. When Behrens goes in, we're bringing Lease in on the Brookings side for some defense.
Exactly. And Rohrbach, like you said on that offensive end, didn't even really go for the rebound. But again, you see it so much where those bigs just kind of volleyball almost hit it out to where they have guys on the perimeter. So like we've said, Brookings in a zone, it's really hard to get those rebounds, but they're going to have to do it to limit Aberdeen to those second and possibly even third chance points.
Man-to-man defense from Aberdeen. Left side is Harden. Drives down again. Good pass there to Eck. Eck couldn't get a handle on it, but it ends up in the hands of Jack Even on the right side. Up to the top of the key, down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. It's Zach Moe going against Rolfs. Goes corner to Harden. Harden drives down into Rohrbach. 2 defenders. I don't know how he made that one. It was a blind shot. He went into 2 Aberdeen Central defenders there and just somehow laid it in. Nothing but net. Now the lead cut to 1.
Yeah, like you said, no idea how he even got it up there past the defenders, let alone made it. Huge basket. It seems like not everything, a lot of things are going in for the Bobcats as they get the rebound there. A chance here to take the lead for the first time tonight.
And that's one of those things that you need in games like this. You need a little bit of luck, and it's a 3-point shot from Nathan Lease. Finally a miss from Brookings, but then an offensive rebound from Jackson X. So a fresh 35 here with 3:10 still to go in the second quarter. Lease drives into a couple defenders, floating shot, couldn't get it. And again, we talked about the luck. It was Lease who went up, and another Aberdeen Central defender.
It was AJ Hayes.
I think Hayes was the one that actually tipped it in, but it should be credit to, I believe they're going to give that to Nathan Lease. So Lease up to 5 points, and like we talked about, you need a little bit of luck in some of these matchups, and the Bobcats are having it with a 1-point lead. 3-point shot from Hayes, and you see Aberdeen Central settling for a lot of 3-pointers here out of rhythm on the offensive side. So the Bobcats doing a great job, and you can see Coach Engebretson slowing things down here with 25 on the shot clock, still 2:35 left in the second quarter, Alex.
And that's what we said after the very first possession. You know, Brookings had a stop, and then they just rushed it. They've got to continue to slow it down, use 20, if not 30 seconds on that shot clock. Excellent take there by Zach Moe. He's one that's never afraid to go into those bigs. You know, just has that physicality in him. Nice take. He's going to draw the foul. He'll get to the line for 2 free throws.
4th foul on Aberdeen. It was the second personal on Rohrbach. So again, that's nice to see some of those bigger guys get up in numbers with those fouls, get them out of the rest of the first half here, and then maybe have a chance early on in the third quarter. First free throw attempts for Brookings. First one in and out. No good for Zach Moe. We've got subs coming in galore here. 3 Aberdeen Central guys. It's Alec Vogley, Jackson Dorsett, and then number 33, Jamison Palmer for Brookings, Jet Letty, and I believe Jake Ammon checked back into the game.
That is correct.
Zach Moe wasn't ready for the ball there. He was looking back at the bench, got bounced to him. Second one on the way, no good. So 2 missed free throws there. A real opportunity for the Bobcats in their first free throw attempts, but they come up short. 2:20 still in the second quarter, 26-25. Brookings with the lead. 2-3 zone. They get it down in low to Noah Behrens. Noah Behrens, nice spin move, turnaround jumper, knocks it down. 4 points for him so far, and back to an Aberdeen lead. They'll be curious to see at halftime how many lead changes tonight so far, Alec.
Seems like there's been a lot, and again, Brookings, you can see slowing it down on offense, something they've continued to do and will have to keep doing to get the open looks that they've got. Ammon there took one too many steps. Travel giving Aberdeen the ball back with 1:53 left to go before half.
So a tough momentum break here. 2 free throw opportunities missed from Brookings, then a nice jumper from Noah Behrens, and then now the turnover gives the ball back to Aberdeen with a 1-point lead here, just under 2 minutes here in the second quarter. Zone defense is the strategy for Brookings. Left side over to Palmer, back up top to Rolfs. Jack Even is in that vicinity. They go right side over to number 5, Dorsett. Down low, they get it back to Palmer. Palmer back to Rolfs. Rolfs goes from the elbow, jump shot, got it. He's got a smooth jumper, Alec. He's made a few of those tonight, and he's continuing to score for this Aberdeen Central team.
Yeah, that's for sure his 3rd jump shot from about that area, so he just kind of has that shot down. But again, Brookings would rather, I would say, give those up in this zone than giving up threes.
Even caught in the lane, gets it out to Nathan Lease. Lease drives middle, goes to Mo. Mo, a 3-point shot, going to be just short on that one. Again, made airballed his first one, made the next one, airballed the third one here, and we'll see what happens on this end of the floor. Another jump shot from Rolfs. Rolfs has hit 4 of those, like you said tonight, Alec. He's up to 11 points, and that's something that you just can't have happen if you're the Bobcats.
No, you can see that's his spot. So Brookings has got to do something where, I don't know if you throw 2 guys there when Rolfs has it or what, but that's obviously his hot spot. Like you said, his 4th jump shot from about 10 feet here in the first half.
Lead back to 5. We're at 40 seconds here left in this first half. 15 on the shot clock, so Bobcats here most likely won't get a last shot unless something happens. It's Letty at the top of the key, down to 9 seconds. A 3-point shot from Jack Even off the mark. Rebound was knocked around, and then it comes into the hands of Noah Behrens. So Aberdeen right where they want to be with 25 seconds left, shot clock off. A 5-point lead, and it's going to be a timeout from Coach Brent Norberg. We'll take a 30-second timeout ourselves. You're listening to Bobcat Boys Basketball, Kid Country 102.3. Quick, I got on it right away there. Welcome back, everybody, to Bob Jostad Gym. Brookings Bobcats playing host to the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles in boys basketball action on this Thursday evening in Brookings, South Dakota. 24.5 left on the game clock. It's a 31-26 lead here for Aberdeen, leading into halftime.
Yep, Brookings has to do it. And again, the nice thing about Brookings, you've got 2 team fouls. You're nowhere close to the bonus. Now's the time to be very, I would say, physical on defense. You've got 4 fouls to work with before the bonus. Right there would be a time where Harden could reach for the ball, call a foul. I mean, do something. You've got 13 seconds. You don't want Aberdeen to build on their 5-point lead.
Rolfs trying to build this offense. Again, you get under 7 seconds here. They get it up to Vogley. Then they try and run a play. He gets a nice screen there, goes to the left side. He went up strong with it, and it was Letty who was there. Didn't quite get his feet set, and it's going to be a blocking foul. So again, you talked about the physicality and the smart move of maybe fouling, but not on the shot there, unfortunately, for the Bobcats.
And again, that's tough at this level of play. The high school level is something that maybe the kids aren't thinking about a whole lot. But yeah, in a perfect world, you've got 4 fouls to work with before the bonus. At about 5 seconds, get a foul. 3 seconds, get a foul, and then you're keeping Aberdeen kind of off their feet where it's just foul inbound, foul inbound.
Prime hack. I know these kids, they're a little too young. They're not used to the hack-a-shack era, Alec.
Exactly. I mean, and you're not sending guys to the line quite yet, but again, a little above the head, but still not a terrible foul when you're sending a big to the line, as Vogley does connect on the first, and I guess Brookings would live with this then, and then Aberdeen connecting on a potential quarter-ending 3.
It's Dingman and Palmer to check in for Aberdeen. Brookings stays with the same 5 that they've got in. Again, 2.7 on the clock, so with a make here or a quick rebound, Bobcats have an opportunity to maybe get 3 points on the board. Second one on the way, knocks it down. 4 points for Vogley tonight. They get it into Harden. Harden gets to half court with 1 second remaining. A long shot. Pretty good depth on that one, but just missed to the right side. And your score at halftime, 33-26, and a familiar score right now, Alec. Again, Bobcats only down 7 here at halftime.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, down 7. a very good first half for the Bobcats. They shot the ball extremely well, but now, like we've talked about all year, they have to do it in the second half. I mean, 2 quarters of shooting that well can only get you this far. If you go cold here in the second half, that 7-point lead for Aberdeen could quickly turn into a 17-point lead.
So we'll see what happens here. We'll take a quick break here. We'll take a 3-minute break for halftime show. When we come back, we'll have statistics analysis on the first half, and we'll get things going for this second half. You're listening to Bobcat Boys Basketball on Kid Country 102.3, back in 3.
Bobcat fans, please direct your attention to the east basket for our 3 shots contest. In the next time, Charlie Holm will have 35 seconds to make a layup, a free throw, and a 3-pointer. If Charlie makes a layup, he receives a bottle of water from the concession stand. If he sinks a free throw, he earns a Bobcat t-shirt from the Monogram Club. And if he drains a 3-pointer, he receives a $20 Cubby's gift card, courtesy of Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill. Charlie, are you ready? Go! There's a free bottle of water. There's a t-shirt. And there's a gift card. Congratulations, Charlie. Now, Bobcat fans, please direct your attention to center court as we need your help with our Find the Prize game. Amber Brockberg will be blindfolded, and with only the help and guidance from the Bobcat faithful, she will have 30 seconds to find the prize. Everyone assist Amber by shouting instructions like left, right, straight. Ready, set, go. Straight, 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 stop, under your foot. Behind your right foot.
Alec, again, back and forth, and we look at I talked about previously about it'd be interesting to see how many lead changes there would be, and there was 8 total times that the lead had changed so far in that first 16 minutes, Alec.
Yeah, and it felt like it, as soon as Brookings caught the hot hand with Ammon going on that 3-point run, you could tell, and when Brookings was back in it, yeah, it was just a back and forth game, and a very good 2 quarters of basketball underway for the Brookings Bobcats. That's exactly what they needed. Yes, they're down 7, but the way they shot the ball with the physicality and height like we talked about Aberdeen brings, I think Coach Ingebretson and his staff is very pleased to be down 7 at half.
Yeah, largest lead by Aberdeen Central was 7, and that was right at the end here, right at the end of the first half, and the largest lead for Brookings just stayed at that 1-point mark. Again, Aberdeen did a good job of being able to answer back and kind of stop some of that momentum from the Bobcats. Looking at quarter-by-quarter scoring, again, it was a competitive first quarter, 16-14 in favor of Aberdeen Central. And then Aberdeen, again, like I said, did a good job of pulling away a little bit in that second quarter, getting some more breathing room, outscoring the Bobcats 17-12 in the last 8 minutes.
Yeah, and again, looking right, like you said, Brookings doing a good job of staying in the game. Aberdeen got away from it a little bit at the end, but Brookings, like we talked about before the game, needing guys to score. Jake Ammon, one of those guys, leading the way with 11 points, but then you've got Lease with 5, Letty's got a bucket, Evans got a 3, Harden's got a bucket, Zach Moe's got 3. And that's exactly what we said before the game. Who else is going to step up besides Zach Moe and Jack Even to score? And the guys are doing it tonight, like Ammon and Lease.
Yeah, I think if they're going to come away with a win, they're going to have at least one other guy in double digits for sure. Looking at that Bobcat side, looking at Aberdeen, again, tying the game high score so far with Jake Ammon. It's Sam Rolfs with 11 for them, 8 points for AJ Hayes, has a couple of 3-pointers, and then really not a whole lot after that. We've talked about some of the balanced scoring, how many guys can get to double digits for Aberdeen, but only 4 points for Vogley and Barons. I thought I'd see a few more points from them in this first half. 3 points from Dorsett, and then it was just the lone free throw for Palmer and 2 points for Brady Rohrbach, the 6'5 senior.
Exactly. Like you said, I thought we would have seen a little more from those bigs down low, but Brookings going into that 2-3 zone for a majority of the second quarter, limiting the bigs from scoring. You can see Aberdeen 3 of 9 on threes, coming in at 33%. Brookings 6 of 12 at 50%. So like we said, Brookings has to continue to shoot the ball that well to stay in this game and hopefully take a lead, whether it's the third or fourth quarter, whenever, but they got to keep shooting the ball on the open looks that they've been getting through that first half. Yeah,
the Bobcats cooled down a little bit towards the end of the first half. Again, they were 4 for their first 6 on 3-pointers, and they finished 2 of their next 6 on the separating second quarter there. But again, 10 of 21 from the field, 47%, a good number for the Bobcats. Anything over 45% is fantastic, especially at the high school level. But again, Aberdeen Central with the advantage, 13 of 23 from the field, 56%. So again, they're not shooting superbly on the 3-point shots, but when they get it down low or they have that free throw line jumper, it appears to be automatic.
Yeah, and another thing the Bobcats are doing an excellent job of is taking care of the basketball. Only 6 turnovers in the first half. You know, they had that one shot clock violation, counts as a turnover. In the very first possession of the game, I believe they had a bad pass resulting in a turnover. So again, 6 turnovers is something that this team is very pleased with as well, because we've seen in previous games that those turnovers can pile up on the Cats, and that leads to, you know, those double-digit leads for the opposing team. So Brookings, again, the second half not only have to shoot the ball well, but continue taking care of the basketball.
Well, that's one of the things we had mentioned was how competitive can they stay at the beginning of this third quarter. It's such a key moment in every single game the Bobcats play. It's those first 2-3 minutes, even first 30 seconds, really, first possession of that third quarter that can really play on the rest of the game for the Bobcats and the opposing team. And unfortunately, the last couple seasons, the Bobcats have fallen behind in that category, and it just gets out of hand too quickly.
Exactly. And looking again, free throws, Brookings only getting to the line twice, going 0 for 2. But like we said, with Aberdeen, the height they have down low, Brookings isn't going to win this game by attacking the paint. We saw Zach Moe and Sam Harden do it a couple times, but I just don't think they're going to get to the line a whole lot tonight. I think they're still kind of relying on their 3-point shooting. And again, that's fine. If you're going to keep connecting on those threes, you'll stay in the game. But something that they didn't do the first half was get to the free throw line.
Well, and like you said, forcing bad shots can be the issue here. You get the hot hand from the outside, and you had Jake Ammon again. You know, after he hit those two threes in a row there, hit that one in the corner, it was ice cold, but then he came in and, you know, got a couple turnovers and forced a couple tough shots up there. Got called for a travel, I think twice in that first half after he made some of those 3-point shots. So it's just to see how well the Bobcats can handle the adversity and how well they can handle the success they've had so far tonight.
And I think they have to continue doing a good job of attacking the paint, but then kicking it out to the open looks. Like we said, that first quarter, when we saw Harden drive a couple times, and Aberdeen's just straight up, you're not going to get a call when you've got a 6'7", 6'5" guy down low. But then he figured that out, and that's when he started kicking it out to guys like Ammon and Even and Lease, who had the open looks. So I'm fine with them penetrating into the lane, and then I think if you can kick it out, you've got some wide open threes that will hopefully continue to fall here in the third and fourth quarter.
Well, one thing's for sure, Aberdeen Central not going to let up here. They're going to play tough against these Bobcats and Bob Josted Gym. That concludes the halftime show for us. We'll take a 30-second break here. When we come back, second half action for you and Bob Josted. You're listening to Boys Basketball on Kid Country 102.3. You're listening to something. So we're waiting for a phone call. If it's on the air, hold on, I'm going to play this for you. Just so you're aware. Just so you know. Just so you know. Get the great day to be a Bobcat in there. That'd be a good one. All right, welcome back. Again, officially starting this third quarter. Same starters on both sides that began the game. Bobcats do get the ball again here. So again, a big possession here as Harden drives in, and it's a turnover. He kicked it out to the left-hand side, and it was Hayes who came up with it. He kicked it down, and then it was Zach Moe who dove in there, and then it was, I think it was Alec Vogely who drove into, was it Jet Letty there, Alec? And I think Letty tried to draw the charge, but Vogely with the athleticism got around him there, and it just kind of turned into a little bit of flop and an easy block call there to start things off here, and not what the Bobcats needed.
Yep, like we saw on the possession for the Bobcats, Harden doing a good job of penetrating, but when you turn around and try and make kind of a 360 pass, the other way, got tipped for a turnover. And like you said, Letty slid over like he was going to take a charge, but if you don't ever fall over on the charge, it's going to be a block called every time.
Vogely goes 1 of 2 from the line, so a 34-26 lead, 8-point lead, largest of the game on either side. Letty drives down the left-hand side, got his man in the air, but good recovery there. It's a 3-point shot from Ammon. Ammon wanted to start off where he finished, and he can't get anything going, and then it was a quick foul there from Harden, and I don't agree with that. He's upset with the call, but there's just no reason to get in there and get 2 quick fouls here within the first 35 seconds, Alec.
Yeah, we kind of hoped to had seen that aggressiveness towards the end of the second quarter when they had fouls to give. Not what you want to do to start the third quarter, because 2 fouls in, not even a minute, you're just letting Aberdeen obviously get closer and closer to the 1-and-1. Nice pass there as it was Sam Rolfs finishing at the rim to start the third quarter, giving Aberdeen now a 10-point lead.
Rolfs with a game-high 13, 7 minutes remaining here. Letty at the right-hand side goes top of the key to Ammon. Ammon back to Letty. Letty guarded by Vogely, trying to get it cutting Harden. It was a good take there, good cut, and he finishes with the left hand at the rim. So a nice basket there from Harden, and just what the Bobcats needed to get things going here. They're down 8 here with 6:40 remaining in this third quarter.
And that was, I think, the first time all night we've seen a backdoor cut. Brookings had tried to get around their defenders going into the lane, as it was Jackson Dorsett, I believe, connecting on a 3, giving Aberdeen an 11-point lead. But I think if Brookings continues to go backdoor like Harden had done, that keeps those bigs off a little bit, leading to layups like Sam did that last possession.
They get it down to Letty. Letty trying to drive baseline. It was a quick pass, went through the hands of Jack Even, and then somehow ended up in the hands of Jake Ammon, but nonetheless, that's a 3-point shot again from Jake Ammon. So now a new game high, 14 points for him. Rolfs gets to the free throw line, goes right-hand side over to Dorsett. Down to the baseline, it's number 4, Noah Barons, and it was taken away by Ammon, so a good defensive possession there. Still an 8-point lead for Aberdeen. They quickly go to the other side, and it's a nice left-handed reverse layup there from Letty. Couldn't get it to fall. It's tipped around, and it ends up in the hands of Barons. So again, I like the aggressiveness, but again, you got a nice 3-point shot last time. Maybe take a second, because now Aberdeen has another 3-point opportunity. Didn't get it, and it's a good rebound there from Jack Even.
Like you said, nice aggressive take by Jet Letty. Tough shot, kind of a circus shot underneath with the left. But still good defensive stand by the Bobcats, limiting Aberdeen to 1 shot. A backdoor cut there from Sam Harden again, and they're going to say it went off his foot, I believe, giving the ball back to Aberdeen.
Brady Rohrbach checks in for Aberdeen. And then for Brookings, it's Nathan Lease, the 6'2 junior. So again, like we've seen, Rohrbach comes in, another big guy. Anytime there's those bigger guys down low, it seems to be Lease checking in at the same time. And now it's 5:20 remaining here in the third quarter, a 39-31 lead for Aberdeen. They go left-hand side over to Alec Vogely. Back top of the key over to Hayes. Hayes gives it to Rolfs. Now top of the key, a 3-point shot from Vogely, and he knocks it down. So Vogely, the 6'5 senior with a little bit of touch from the outside, he knocks it down, extends the lead to 11. So danger time for the Bobcats here, double-digit lead here for Aberdeen.
And that's not something Brookings wants to see. Is a 6'5 center shooting threes and also connecting on them. It's one thing when they kind of attack the paint, but now when they're hitting threes, it's something Brookings is hoping discontinues for Aberdeen.
And it looked like Jack Even trying to do a little too much there, got knocked away, and then there was a scuffle, and they call a jump ball as Jamison Palmer checks in, and unfortunately for the Bobcats, possession arrow points to Aberdeen. So under 5 minutes here again, it's a 42-31 lead, and Aberdeen looking to slow things down. They've got the lead, no reason to rush for them. They've kind of got the Bobcats right where they want them, but then Rolfs makes a uncharacteristic pass. I didn't think it was tipped by Harden. And they're going to say the ball goes to Aberdeen, and Travis has got his hands up. I don't know. I didn't think that got tipped at all. This has got to be interesting for Travis, head coach Ingebretson. A scary situation. You don't want to get a technical there, but I didn't see the ball get tipped. But nonetheless, Aberdeen retains possession with 15 on the shot clock here, and we're at the 4:30 mark here in the third quarter. Rolfs goes corner. Rohrbach back to Rolfs at the right wing. Looks to drive down a nice 15-foot jump shot, just short. Rebound goes to Zach Moe. Bobcats pushing to the other side. It's Harden. Harden drives with the left hand, gets all the way there, goes up with the left hand, couldn't quite get it to fall, and then great hustle there by Jack Even, knocks down a defender, but then it's Vogley who comes away. Vogley going all the way to the lane. Gotta be a charge there, and it is. It looked like Moe hit his head on the back of the ground there, so we got to be careful. That's a concussion scenario there. Hopefully Moe is all right.
And that's something too, even thinking back to last year, he's a guy that is not afraid to take anything on the offensive end or defensive end. He's one we've even seen tonight. He'll just go into those guys with all the athleticism that he has, but same on the defensive end. He slid right over, was not afraid to take one, and that's exactly what he did there. Excellent charge taken by Zach Moe.
Moe had injury issues in the past, so you always want to be a little bit careful with him, especially as a senior, such an athletic player, but has been known to get injured here and there, so glad to see he came up okay after that one. And then it was Noah Behrens went to the table there, looked like he had to drop something off, maybe some sort of jewelry, and the Bobcats take over here with 4 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Jack Even gets a nice stagger screen to the left wing, looking for a cutting. Harden doesn't get it, gets it to Ammon at the top. Ammon trying to go down, it was a tough take there, gets it to Harden in the corner. Under 20 seconds on the game clock. Reversal over to Moe. Moe guarded by Rohrbach, then to Nathan Lease in the corner. Gets a ball screen. Lease trying to go at Rohrbach. Doesn't get anywhere. Nice fake pass there. We're under 5 seconds here. A left-handed shot. And again, Ammon, anything he throws up seems to be falling. It was a left-handed hook shot from about 8 feet, Alec, and he knocks it down.
Shades of Ainsley Shelster right there with the left. But then again, it's Sam Rose. The guy has just been automatic from 10 feet as he connects on another one. Coach Norberg's going to call a quick 30-second timeout, trying to, I would say, limit the momentum that Brookings was maybe building after Jake Ammon's circus-like left-handed shot.
So Rolfs with 15 points right now for Aberdeen, leading the way. Again, Aberdeen continuing to shoot the ball well, 17 of 29 from the field, 59%, as the Bobcats have upped their percentage a little bit, up to 48. But again, it's those offensive possessions from Aberdeen doing a great job, but rebounds are extremely close right now. It's 3 offensive on both sides, Alec, and then the advantage goes to Aberdeen with 12 defensive and 11 for Brookings. So not a statistic I thought I would see. I expected Aberdeen to be out rebounding Brookings by at least 5 or 6.
Oh, exactly. Everything very, very close. You know, Aberdeen's gotten to the line a few more times, and then Brookings has obviously 5 more turnovers. So again, you limit the turnovers and get to the line, and that right there, I would say, is that 11-point difference that the Bobcats are facing here with 3:25 left to go in the third.
Again, Ammon leading the way for Brookings, 16 points for him. It's a game high, season high for him as well. Harden goes right-hand side to Moe. Back to Harden, drives to his left. Again, likes using the left hand, gets it to the corner to Nathan Lease. Drives in a little Euro step, and it was Vogley who stepped in the way, and it's going to be a blocking foul on him. No shot. It was on the ground, I believe. Are they going to say it was on the shot? Okay, I swore he pointed at the ground there, but he puts up 2 to the table, so nonetheless, that's 2 free throws coming up for Nathan Lease.
And you can see perfectly done job there by Sam Harden. Got around his defender, went into the lane, and then did a much better job of kicking it out to a wide-open Nathan Lease, which then resulted in him driving to the lane, drawing the foul, getting to the line for 2.
It was surprising. It looked like a continuation rule, almost NBA style there, but again, we'll take it as he knocks down the first free throw. So back to 10 is the lead for Aberdeen. A chance to get it to single digits, and he does. He knocks it down. So now another free throw for Nathan Lease. He's up to 7 points tonight. So again, getting nearer to those double digits as we had mentioned previously, Alec.
Yep, and like we said, those are the guys that need to step up because there are going to be plenty of nights where your primary scorers maybe aren't getting the buckets they need. So who else can step up as Rolfs goes around Sam Harden and is able to connect. Harden with the foul, Rolfs with the and one. He'll go to the line to build on this 11-point lead for the Golden Eagles.
So that's now a game-high 17 points for Rolfs. A great finish there. And back to 11. We've seen that number a lot so far in the second half. 11-point lead. Free throw is in and out by Rolfs. Rebound goes to Nathan Lease. They look to push to the other side. It's Ammon going baseline. A nice scoop pass to Jet Letty, who catches it and lays it in off the glass. Much better vision there from Ammon. Again, that was a scenario we talked about, maybe taking the 3 himself, but wisely drove in and shared it with a teammate for the 2 points.
Exactly. excellent IQ there by Ammon, and that's not a terrible foul, I'd say, by Letty going for the steal. You're only at 3, now 4 team fouls, so yes, it's getting closer to the bonus for Aberdeen, but still you're now 9. I like the aggressiveness, but yeah, going back to the pass by Ammon, you've hit 4 or 5 threes this game. You've got the hot hand, but again, he saw an open teammate, excellent pass, and a nice finish by Jet Letty.
Rohrbach, Dingman, and Dorsett are in for Aberdeen. It's Jack Even and Jackson Eck. And the problem is, again, I agree with you, it seemed like a wise foul, but that was also the 4th foul now on Jet Letty. So again, with 3 fouls, it's tough going in for that one, especially with 2:30 left in the 3rd quarter. You take yourself out of the game, and they're going to need him. Again, he had that nice basket on the other side, so we'll see what happens with him later on. Rohrbach drives in, goes over the top of Mo, and then it's a volleyball tip in the net. It was Vogely who comes down with a rebound. It was Eck trying to rip it out of his hands, and then it ends up in Rohrbach's hands. He went up into a lot of contact there, no whistle, and then it was Nathan Lease who went flying to the ground. It looked like an awkward fall, and then they are going to finally blow the whistle, call foul on Rohrbach there. So Rohrbach went up into at least 2 or 3 hands, it looked like, on this end, and then he picks up a 3rd foul of his own at half court.
And from what I saw, they were straight up. And again, when you're 6'7", there's nothing more you can do than just go straight up. So that was excellent defense by the Bobcats. But again, seeing all those rebounds that Rohrbach had, that's kind of what I assumed how the night was going to go. But that seemed kind of like the first possession all night, where I've seen him just get offensive rebound, offensive rebound, offensive rebound. And
it's Behrens to check in for Rohrbach, as that was his 3rd personal foul here. We're just under 2 minutes, 15 on the shot clock for the Bobcats. Thought about a 3-pointer. Jake Ammon didn't take it. Drives into 2 defenders. And again, he just kind of throws it up. Again, another blind shot from Jake Ammon. He lays it in off the glass. It's unbelievable, Alec. I've never seen something like this at the varsity level in a long time.
Again, when you're feeling it, you're just feeling it. I'm still in shock of that left-handed shot. Nice defense there by Nathan Lease, who's going to get the steal. He's going to go coast to coast. Tried to draw the foul, but he still was able to finish. It's a 41-46 game. Bobcats only trail by 5 with 1:25 left to go here in the 3rd.
So Ammon with 18 points, Lease with 9 points, so getting closer to double digits here. A good possession on defense would help the Bobcats immensely. They get it to Rolfs at the top of the key. Goes to the right wing, looks right corner over to number 5. It's Dorsett, the 6'1" senior. Goes baseline over the top of Mo with an offensive rebound to Vogely, and he lays it in off the glass. So again, they got the shot missed that they wanted, but then it's Vogely to clean it up as usual and lay it in.
And that's just where the height comes into play. You know, he's got 3 inches on Lease. Lease went up for the rebound. I mean, he even had him boxed out a little bit, but when your defender's got 3 inches on you, he just kind of went up over him, grabbed it, and set it in for the layup.
That's now double digits in points for Vogely. He's up to 10. 45 on the game clock, 15 on the shot clock. They get it down low to Mo. Mo flying away from the hoop there, kind of faded away. I think he should have went up into contact there. It's a missed shot. Now about a 6-second differential here in both clocks. 33 on the game, and it's 26 on the shot. So Bobcats have a chance here with a good defensive possession to finish on a high note. Over the top of Lease, it's number 4. It's Noah Behrens. He didn't get it to fall, and then a rebound from, I think it was Rolfs. He tried to put it back. He goes down. A lot of contact again. Now down to 15 seconds here. Bobcats have a really good opportunity to bring some momentum into this 4th quarter, and I think that's a wise decision from Coach Ingebretson there to call the timeout.
And again, Norberg very upset with the previous possession. I would say, upset with the referees. But again, I'm not sure what else Brookings is supposed to do. They're straight up. You could see Rohrbach and Vogely more so kind of leaning into the Brookings defenders. So yes, there is a lot of contact, but when your guys are straight up, as long as they're not coming down, I think it's a great no call.
Yeah, I think that's another issue with having the height, right? You expect to get maybe some more calls when it's more physical, but again, refs see that as an opportunity to have a physical game, and that's what we're having right now. We only have 7 total fouls so far throughout this 1st quarter, and it feels like it's a game we could have about at least one team in possible double bonus by this point.
Exactly, and when Brookings isn't going for the blocks, I would say that's where you'll see a lot more fouls coming down. But again, they kind of know they're not going to block Rohrbach or Behrens or Vogely at 6'5", 6'5", and 6'7". So I know they were told, you just got to go straight up and pray they miss it, and that's what Aberdeen's been doing.
You got to think that was in the game plan this week at practice, focusing on staying down, especially on some of these tall players. Down to 7 seconds, they go to Harden. Harden goes corner to Ammon. Again, anything he touches is gold. He throws it up again, doesn't get this one to fall, but it's Eck with an offensive rebound, and he lays it in just before the buzzer. So Eck with the big basket there, and that cuts the lead to 5 here heading into the 4th quarter. What an exciting basketball game so far. We'll take a 1-minute break. It's a 48-43 lead for Aberdeen. You're listening to Bobcat Boys basketball on K-Country 102.3. Back in a minute.
Visit any of our 4 Brookings locations. Hy-Vee Food
here. Fourth quarter just about underway in Bob Josted Gym. Again, Brookings playing host to Aberdeen, and Aberdeen only with a 5-point lead here. Again, largest lead got up to 11, and the Bobcats have clawed their way back with a nice finish at the rim there from Jackson Eck, the junior.
Exactly. Looking at the stats here after 3 quarters, almost identical. Aberdeen 53% from the field, 19 of 36. Brookings 52%, 17 of 33. It's just you can see it. Brookings only down 5, and they have the ball. A bucket here would be huge to start the fourth.
Again, 17 points for Rolfs for Aberdeen, a game high. Team leading 18 points for Jake Ammon for the Brookings side. Under 20 seconds on the shot clock. They go left wing over to Harden. Harden trying to drive up against, it's Jackson Dorsett. They kick it out to Ammon from the ESD logo. Just short on that one. Rebound goes to Vogley. Vogley cleaning up the boards on both ends. 7:30 here left in this fourth quarter.
And I still think that's a good look. I know it was a deep three, and Ammon's had the hot hand tonight, but Brookings did a nice job of slowing down their offense. They're not rushing anything. And when you get to 10 seconds or less, I think that's when you start to force stuff up because you know you have to get a shot up. So I still think that was a good offensive possession for the Bobcats.
Rolfs gets some separation there. It was a ball screen from Vogley. He just goes up strong against Zach Moe, and there's just not much you can do about that. 12 points for him. He lays it in off the glass. Lead back to 7 with 7 minutes remaining in this game. Eck at the left wing gets a handoff to Ammon. Thought about a three, got his guy in the air, and then it's going to be Noah Barons. It was the 6'7" senior, fell for the pump fake there, which again, Ammon's been shooting the ball hot tonight, so I can see why he went up. But then you get fouls like that too, where it's so rough down low, and then you kind of get that. Just a quick arm touch there, and they call that one, Alex. So kind of both ways tonight.
Exactly, but you know the rule. Hands off in the ESD.
That has always been.
Ammon going around, hands around, instant foul. So again, if Brookings can draw a few more, I think if they can get to the line for a little 1-and-1, slowly chip into the lead, not only are you saving some time too by stopping the clock in the bonus, but they just have to get to the line. They've only been there a couple times tonight.
So is Rohrbach checking in for Aberdeen Central. Again, he's got 3 fouls, so if they can get back at him and get him to 4, that'd be huge momentum for the Brookings Bobcats. Down to 15 on the shot clock here. 6:32 remaining in this game. 50-43 lead. A tough take there from Harden, and again, you still had over 10 seconds left. That's just that's a tough shot and tough to be successful on for the Bobcats.
And that's something he's kind of gone back and forth on tonight. He's attacked the paint a lot, but when the guys we've said all night, when they are there that tall, you're just not going to get a foul. The other times he's done that and kicked it out, the Bobcats have just gotten better looks.
Harden runs the offense. It was a good possession on defense for the Bobcats. Forced a miss from Vogley, and then it was even trying to get a little bounce pass in there to Zach Moe in the corner, knocked out of bounds. So still a 7-point lead for Aberdeen, and it's going to be a timeout from head coach Travis Engebretson, a full timeout, so we'll take one ourselves. Again, you're listening to Bobcat Boys basketball on Kid Country 102.3. Back in a minute. Welcome back, everybody, to this ESD matchup between the Brookings Bobcats and Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. It's a 7-point lead here with 6:03 left in this ball game, 50-43 in advantage of Aberdeen, and it'll be an inbounds play off the far sideline, almost at the baseline there from Harden, who gets it into Ammon at the top of the key, back to Even on the left wing. They go corner over to Moe. He's guarded by Rohrbach. Gets a ball screen from Even, tries to go baseline there, and again, looked like he got forced out of bounds by Rohrbach. I thought maybe it was going to be a foul, but just out of bounds, a turnover there on the Bobcats. You can kind of see they were going at Rohrbach, maybe trying to force that fourth, but I think right now Aberdeen's in a great seat right now. They're in a great spot to be in later on in this fourth quarter.
Exactly, and at that timeout, kind of looking down at Aberdeen's timeout, being able to hear them, you could hear Coach Norberg say, attack the paint. And again, that's what they have to do. That's what they've been doing for most most of the night with the size, the height advantage. So Norberg saying, you know, you're up 7, let's just attack the paint, try and draw fouls, get to the bonus, and keep finishing at the rim.
Ball screen for Am, and he's guarded by Vogely. Takes him at the top of the key. They go Lease over to Harden on the right side in the ESD logo. He's guarded by Rolfs. They get it down near the block to, it was Lease down there. He kicks it back out to Harden. Then they go left side to Even. Thought he was going to shoot the 3, and it was Ammon in and out, and what a three-point shot that would have been from the corner, but nonetheless a rebound to Aberdeen, still with a 7-point lead here, and he's going to run over to Coach Norberg, and they're going to take a timeout themselves. So a few timeouts here right away from both sides. We'll see if it's full or 30. Still waiting for one. It looks like it is going to be a full, so we'll take a 1-minute break ourselves. You're listening to Bobcat Boys Basketball on Kid Country 102.3. Bobcat boys basketball playing host to Aberdeen. The scenario, Alec, a 50-43 lead for Aberdeen Central with 5 minutes remaining in this ball game.
Yeah, and I think Aberdeen's going to continue to do a good job of just attacking the paint. We've seen it here a lot in the fourth quarter. Something that, like we've said, we thought we would have seen all night as they go down low and kick it out. But the thing that Brookings can't do is leave shooters like they just did right there. Sam Rolfs connects on a wide open 3. Harden doesn't need to go down and double team there. You know, we have no size advantage as it is. Bringing a double team down low isn't going to help. The only thing it's going to do is leave open shooters like it did for Rolfs on the wide open 3, giving Aberdeen now a 10-point advantage.
And then it was Harden going in, a nice dish to Zach Moe, who lays it in. So Bobcats answer with 2 of their own. And Rolfs with that last 3-pointer, 20 points tonight for him. So a great night for him so far. We'll see what he does in this fourth quarter. It's a 53-45 lead with 4:15 remaining in this fourth quarter. It's left wing over to Vogely. He gets it to Rolfs. Rolfs, another 3-point shot, knocked one down already, and that's going to be a foul on Harden. Again, he went up pretty strong in the contest there, but it didn't look like a whole lot, but nonetheless, that's 3 free throws for Sam Rolfs.
Yeah, I'm just, sorry, in disbelief of the foul call there. Excellent contest by Sam Harden. Rolfs came down, landed. He gave him room to land. Didn't make any contact on the shot. So I'm speechless on the foul call there, sending Rolfs to the line for 3.
Rolfs rattles in the first one and then rattles out the second one, so he still has one more chance here as Jamison Palmer, the 6'2" senior, checks in for Rohrbach.
I think going back to the foul, if I saw the ref correctly, I think he said body, so I'm not sure if when he landed, Sam maybe leaned into him at the end of the shot or not, but kind of like you had mentioned a few minutes ago, just the physicality we've seen tonight. A shocking call there on a 3-pointer when we've seen a lot more physicalness in this game.
That was Sam Harden's 3rd and the 5th team foul for Brookings, so still a foul to spare until they get to the bonus. They go right side to Harden. Harden trying to set up an offense from the right wing, drives down the middle, gets caught in the lane, gives it over to Even. Even goes to Moe, looking at Nathan Lease down low. It's guarded by A.J. Hayes, the 6'3" senior, and then he does a little right hook over the top of him and lays it in. So now officially double digits for another player, which is something that the Bobcats have to have. That's 11 points now for Nathan Lease.
And the nice thing about Lease is he's got a good game down low. You saw a couple power dribbles there, a nice little right-handed hook. So not only can he shoot the 3, but he's got nice post moves, which is something that benefits his game from outside and inside the arc. As Vogely connects on a bucket and 1, he'll get to the line for 1.
And what caused that play was Rolfs, who again has been shooting so well from the perimeter, goes baseline, and then a nice bounce pass dish over to Vogley. So Vogley again starting to heat up here a little bit in the second half, up to 14 points, chance for 15 with this free throw, and now all of a sudden we're on the verge of that 11-point lead, and it does stay at 10. It rattles in and out on that free throw attempt. 3:20 remaining. It's a 57-47 lead for Aberdeen. Harden on the right wing goes over to Even guarded by Hayes, and then it's a foul down low. It was Lease and Hayes down there near the block, kind of pushing each other on both sides, but they get Hayes for that one. So that's the 15th foul now on Aberdeen as Jet Letty with 4 personal fouls checks in for Sam Harden.
And you wonder, too, if fatigue starts to set in a little bit for the Bobcats. You know, they've only played 7 guys tonight. Jackson Eck only playing 5 minutes. He's come in, I think, majority of the time when Jet Letty's been in foul trouble. So, again, with the bigs that Aberdeen has and just the athleticism they have, I think it's starting to kind of take a toll on the Bobcats. You know, these guys have been playing 20, 25 minutes, and we've got a 10-point game with 3 left to go.
2 free throw attempts so far in the second half of the Bobcats. They'll get 2 more here. It was Jake Ammon who they tried getting a screen for him for a 3-point shot, but good defense, but then he drove into the trees down low and got fouled on the way up. So the first one is nothing but net. He knocks it down. Now 19 points for Jake Ammon, a chance for 20 with this one. Lead back to 9 for Aberdeen with 3:05 remaining. So this is what we like to see from Ammon, senior players like that. It'll be interesting to see if we can get a little more from someone like Jack Even tonight. He's got that lone 3-point shot. You know what he can do from the perimeter, but if they can get a couple more seniors to chip in here in these last 3 minutes, who knows what can happen. Exactly,
and the night Jake Ammon's been having has been incredible, but now, too, you've seen the defensive pressure applied to him because Aberdeen knows what he can do with the ball. So like you said, hopefully Jack Even and some others who have been cold tonight and still have that shooting ability can make a few big shots. As Aberdeen does there, it's Jackson Dorsett hits a corner 3, building that lead back up to 11. It seems as though Brookings can cut it to 7 or 8, but then Aberdeen answers back with a 3 almost every time.
Dorsett, just another Aberdeen player in double digits with 10 after that 3-point shot. And then it was Letty trying to drive in on the left-hand side. Wanted the and one. Definitely a continuation there. He got it to fall, but on the ground. We'll see who they call it on. I think it is going to be on. It looks like it is on Jamison Palmer, the 6'2 senior. So that should be a bonus scenario now for Jet Letty. So we talked about free throws. Alec again, 4 attempts in the second half for Brookings. They've made all 4. They've got a lot of chances here the last 2:23 of this game to get to the line and chip away at this lead.
Exactly. You make both of these, you cut your lead to 9. And like we said, Brookings being in the bonus the rest of the game helps them stop the clock. Now it just comes down to they got to get stops on the defensive end. And it's one thing to have good defensive possessions, but we can't give up corner 3s like they did to Rolfs there on the last one. You have to contest because if you leave Aberdeen wide open, they'll continue to make them.
Free throw there is good from Letty, so he will get an opportunity to second one. And it was Eck and Harden checking in for Brookings. No subs right now for Aberdeen, sticking with the same 5. It's back to a 10-point lead here, 60-50 in favor of Aberdeen here in Bob Josted Gym on this Thursday evening in Brookings, South Dakota. Second free throw on the way. It is good. Knocks it down. So Brookings 6 for 6 in the second half. Much better job from the charity stripe as they start upping up the pressure in this press, Alec.
Oh, yeah, a little full court press, something we haven't seen tonight. And like we talked about, you got to make sure if you're pressing, get back on defense. I think Dorsett had a wide open look. He still has a wide open look. Luckily misses, and it's going to go out of bounds, giving Brookings the ball back. So still, I know Brookings wants to apply the pressure like you said, but you got to make sure you get back because Dorsett had just connected before on a wide open look. Brookings catches a break there as he misses on that one, so a chance to cut into the 9-point lead with 2:04 left to go in the fourth.
Even and Lease check in. It looks like they want to get Jack Even and Nathan Lease in on offense and Harden and Eck in on defense, so a quick double swap there, and we'll see if they can give Even a 3-point shot, but then it was a bad, poor pass there from Zach Moe, and it gets knocked out of bounds. So instantaneously, Harden and Eck check back in for Even and Lease.
And that right there is just something the Bobcats can never afford in a game, turnovers like that, let alone when you just get a stop on defense. You have a chance to cut into the 9-point lead. You've only got 1:50 left, and then you throw it away. But still, they're not out of it by any means. They just got to get a stop here and then score on the other end.
Top of the key, they slow things down. Rolfs is going to try and take it there. Harden doing his job to pester this Aberdeen Central offense. They go left-hand side. It was stripped away from Eck. Eck knocked it away from A.J. Hayes. He goes down to the baseline. A jump stop goes up to Letty, who can't get it to fall, but then he gets his own and puts it back in for 2 more points. So just like that, now it's a 7-point lead with 1:20 remaining here in this game. Bobcats hanging on here, trying to get another stop on defense. Not a terrible foul there from Ammon again, but it should put, I believe, Aberdeen Central at the bonus, and Rolfs is a pretty good free throw shooter. I get what you're trying to do, trying to slow him down, just pop the ball out, but now you've got most likely 2 free throws coming up for Sam Rolfs.
Yeah, like you said, love the aggressiveness, and they're going to have to continue to be aggressive, down 7 with 1:16 left, but here's where you just got to really focus on who you're fouling, a guy who's been red hot tonight, not who you want to send to the line. I think if they ever get it down low to Noah Behrens, the 6'7" guys is probably who you're going to want to foul more. But again, something they can learn from. You know, if Rolfs connects on this one, you're still only down 9, not out of it by any means.
Knocks down the first one. It's point number 23 for Rolfs. Second one on the way, no good. Off the front iron. It was a rebound to Jack Even. So the Bobcats here with 1:10 remaining, still down by 8 points. Need to get something going on offense. Harden trying to drive down to the middle into 3 defenders there. And again, it was Jackson Dorsett with his hand straight up, and that's been the argument on the Bobcat side tonight. It looked like Aberdeen did the same thing, but fortunate event for Brookings there as Harden drives in, and it's a foul on Dorsett, I believe.
I'm shocked myself that they gave him the call. And again, all 4 quarters tonight, we've seen Sam Harden. Again, he's not afraid to attack the paint by any means. He's done it all night. There have been times he's kicked it out. There's been times he goes up with it. So right there, very beneficial. Brookings gets the call. I'm not going to argue with it because it sends Harden to the line. He connects on the first, has a chance to connect here on the second, and then you find yourselves only down 6 with 65 seconds to go.
They haven't been under 7 in quite a while here, and they still stay at 7, but then an offensive rebound to Mo, who tries to kick it back to Harden, and it's stolen. Again, they had a fresh 35 there, and it's under a minute now, and then a tough pass from Aberdeen, and then it hits off the knee of Vogley, and it goes up into the hands of Hayes. Hayes just happened to be underneath his own basket, and a little luck finally for the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles as he's fouled on the way up.
Little table tennis action there. I felt like the head was just turning back and forth, back and forth. Like you said, I thought Brookings maybe had a chance when Letty saved it, went off the knee, but then Hayes was just kind of sitting back here as he should with the press as the safety. Ball went right to him, and now he's going to get a chance to go to the line 1-on-1, and he can, 2 free throws, and he connects on the first.
So that's the 5th free throw made for Aberdeen in the second half, and again, a similar scenario here. It's Letty, though, the checkout this time with Eck, and then coming in, it was Lease and Even. Second free throw on the way, up and good from number 23, A.J. Hayes. He's up to 10 points. Again, another double-digit scorer for Aberdeen, and that's going to be a timeout from head coach Travis Engebretson of Brookings, I believe, and that'll be is it a 30-second or a 1 minute, Alec? I didn't see what it was. It is a minute break. We'll take a 30-second break ourselves. You're listening to Bobcat Boys Basketball on Key Country 102.3. Nose remaining in this ESD basketball game between Brookings and Aberdeen. Aberdeen still with a 9-point lead, 63-54. It was 2 made free throws from A.J. Hayes, and it'll be inbounding for Brookings. Jack Even going to Sam Harden here as they're going to have to get a quick possession, Alec, and then what do you do here? Do you foul and give them the bonus, maybe have someone shoot a 1-on-1, or what do you think they need to do if they can get a basket here, Alec?
I think it comes down to Brookings has to score quick, whether they're trying to get a 3 or just a bucket, but then you kind of have to do the game where you got to foul and just hope Aberdeen misses as Harden attacks there. Unbelievable finish. Again, something we've seen all night. He's just going into these guys. They were straight up, so they weren't going to call anything, but he connects, cutting the lead to 7 with 38 seconds to go, and with 30-second timeout, I believe, called by Coach Ingebretson.
Yeah, it was starting to worry there a little bit. Again, they were just kind of passing the ball. It looked like they wanted to get a three-pointer, and realistically, I think they just needed to get a basket. But luckily, Hardin drove in, like you said. And again, Bobcats tonight have been able to just throw a lot of things up and get it to fall. So that's Hardin. He's at 7 points right now. So again, another Bobcat score almost at double digits, which is what they need. And I think that's why they're being competitive tonight, Alec.
Exactly, and I think now you're down 7 with 50-some seconds left. You've got to foul right away, and you have to continue to do that, I think, the rest of the night. You can't afford Aberdeen to take time off the clock. So, yeah, you're going to have to just go to the free throw game and pray Aberdeen misses the first one, if not one of two, and then you're going to have to claw your way back. Again, whether you're shooting quick threes or if you can get quick buckets. But I think that's the only way Brookings gets back into the game is in the hopes that Aberdeen goes cold from the charity stripe.
Yeah, the only issue was they did waste 14.8 seconds on that possession. So, again, they're only at 38.2 right now. So they have to be careful, either get a quick foul here and get it out of Rolf's hands. But, again, there's a lot of good free throw shooters on this team, and they do drive down the middle, and it does get in the hands of Hayes. Hayes just had confidence. He made his last 2 free throws. So again, the problem with this lineup is it seems like anybody can shoot the ball from the free throw line.
Exactly, and again, when you have Barron's taking it out, you can't foul him, and obviously Norberg's doing that on purpose because I think Brookings is going to try and foul Barron's if they can, the 6'7" senior. But like you said, with Hayes and Rolfs and Dorsett, those guys, if they go to the line, they're likely going to make one, if not both, as Hayes connects on the first there, making the lead back up to 8.
Hayes knocks down the front end and does get the last one. So Hayes now 12 points for him tonight. Down to 30 seconds. Shot clock is off. So Bobcats need a basket quickly here. And he was trying to throw it. Hardin was trying to throw it to Mo, who wasn't paying attention. And then it was in the hands of Ammon, and he falls down. And he comes into the hands of Rolfs. Rolfs gets past the timeline. And then he was fouled quickly by Hardin there with 20.8 left in the game. And I can imagine if Rolfs can knock both of these down, that is for sure the dagger tonight, Alec.
And just 2 unfortunate turnovers. That one right there. I just don't think Zach Mo was looking. Ammon had to save it, caught him off guard, resulting in the turnover. And then you think a couple possessions ago as well when tried to get the ball to Ammon on the left wing and just went off his hands. So again, Brookings had done an excellent job all night of taking care of the basketball. A couple costly turnovers here as Rolfs connects on both of them, building that lead back up to 11 with 16 seconds to go. So now Brookings is just going to have to start shooting threes, as Lease does there from the ESD logo, leaves it short, rebounded by Rolfs, and he's just going to dribble this one out. So it looks like it's going to be a 67-56 victory for the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles.
Rolfs, the leading scorer tonight with 25 from either side. So a great game from him and these Golden Eagles. A tough battle for the Bobcats, just what they want. Again, they obviously want to be on the winning end, but what a battle it was for them, and way to stay competitive. That's a huge game after having such a tough loss to O'Gorman and then having a postponed game just this last Friday. So that's good news for the Bobcats. The bad news is they fall tonight, 67-56. We'll have the post-game show coming up for you in 3 minutes. You're listening to Bobcats boys basketball on K Country 102.3.